dearly beloved, we are gathered here today on the 16th of May for an auspicious and unprecedented account. Today, ladies and friends, gentlemen and cohorts, today we shall be engaging in the most bloodthirsty of actions. Today, we shall bring justice, virtue, integrity, and terror to the foes and legions across all of Azeroth. And we shall do that with the mightiest warrior within the Alliance's arsenal. Because today, my friends, yes, today
we're going to be playing more of a gnome.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Happy Friday to one and all. It is Cal, and yeah, we're going to be doing more Gnome Warrior because I got a penance to pay. Hence the name of my character, My Penance. Ugh. I'm not wearing my hat today. I am enjoying the insanity that is my hair. I look like a drowned rat. Good morning and welcome in, everybody. I hope y'all are having a great Friday morning. Thank you for joining me, wherever you are. Actually, as a matter of fact, I would love to know as people come in, where are you viewing from? Like, it's one of the things that I really enjoy is hearing from different people from different areas. And I would love to know where you're watching from. For the record, I am streaming from good old New York. And yeah, it is muggy, y'all. I don't know if anybody else is on the East Coast. Having recently moved to New York, I am still trying to get used to all of this rain and mugginess. I don't dislike it. I'm just not really used to it. But, you know, it's Friday, and it's a feel-good Friday. So we're going to make the most of it. Now, I was hoping to stream a little bit Wednesday night, but I won't lie to y'all. I was so tired and exhausted from everything, you know, going on this week. For those of you that don't know, this has been an extremely busy week for my wife and I. And yeah, I took Wednesday night just for me. I sat on the couch like a bump. And then yesterday I spent all day working on my final, which is so weird because I wasn't expecting my final to be on week 8. Like, it's a 10-week class. So it's really weird that my final was actually... It's I don't know, maybe there's another assignment due, but... Oh, excuse me, hold on, let me hydrate. Oh my gosh. And for the record, because it is Friday morning before you start your way, before you start your day, make sure you got your coffee. Hey, good morning, Fluff. Good morning and welcome in. How you doing this morning? Always a pleasure to see you, Fluff. I hope you're having a good week, and I hope you have an even better Friday morning. Helena, welcome in. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Welcome in. And if you were not here Wednesday, you might be looking at the screen and going, that's odd. He seems to be shorter than usual. No, you don't need to adjust your settings or anything crazy, folks. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I am indeed playing a gnome. And you might be wondering, why am I playing a gnome? Well, I made a boo-boo, and my wife requested as penance that I play a gnome. And so here we are, because I love my wife dearly, and I'm accepting my foobar. And so here we are. It has been a long week. Yeah, I definitely hear that. It has absolutely been a week. I hope, you know what? I honestly hope for everybody out there, because it has indeed been a long week. Not just for me, I'm sure for other people. I hope that everybody out there, you know what? I hope you get some downtime today. Hey, thank you very much for the share. Welcome in and good morning, one and all. If you're new to the channel, what's up? My name is Cal. I'll be your local filthy casual player, here to bring a little bit of joy, levity, and positivity to your morning and to your dooms.
Good, sir.
Thank you. Runa, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, I'm actually really self-conscious about my hair. It sounds very, very weird to say that, but you know, this is the longest my hair's been in 20 years. So I woke up this morning and was like, you know what? I'm doing something different. Good morning, Runa. How are you this morning? Good morning. Oh my God, what did I realize? Yeah, it's a bit alarming. It's a bit alarming. Yeah,
I do not.
At least you have some. I do not. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, for 20 years, I didn't have hair in the military. I mean, for the 4 years I was an instructor, I legitimately got my hair cut every single week. I legitimately did. Yes, I am playing a gnome. Your eyes are not deceiving you. All right, how do I complete this quest? What do we got to do here? Have taken to stealing rams from undercover. You'll need to get fairly close and give them a sharp whistle to get their attention. The training will take over from there. Okay, so where's the whistle? I feel like there should be something. I don't see whistle. Where's the? I don't. Okay, do I just get close to him? All right, hold on. I got to figure this out. Do I? Oh my gosh, I actually have to whistle. Oh, wow. That's annoying. Okay, well, at least I know what I'm doing now. I totally guessed it.
The hair's fine, don't worry. I know I remember you were just blaming gnomes for everything.
No, Helena, I do. I blame gnomes for everything. So the story is, folks, I made a boo-boo recently, and, you know, I wanted to make it up to my wife, and my wife was like, you know what? I want you to make a gnome. I want you to play a gnome.
And I was like, okay.
I'll play a gnome. And I was like, what class do you want? And I told the story Wednesday, but I'm going to share it for those that weren't here Wednesday. I asked my wife, you know, what class do you want me to play? And she went, warrior. And I went, are you sure? And she went, yes.
I want you to play a gnome warrior.
And I went, oh, okay. Like, I'm taking it. And I was just like,
you know, I'm kind of surprised. Why didn't you
say, like, gnome rogue? Like, you really could have driven it home. And my wife, and I'm paraphrasing, my wife's like, no. I picked warrior because you like warrior.
And I know at some point you're going to enjoy yourself, and then you're going to remember that you're playing a gnome. My wife is quite diabolical, folks.
Quite diabolical. But you know what? She was owed a penance, and so that is my penance.
Oh, thank you for the... What is that?
Thank you for the gems, Helena. Thank you very much. I'm still getting used to the difference. So for everybody in here, out there, all around the world, I am dual streaming. I am on the Purple app, and I am also on the Clock app. And I'm leveling a gnome warrior as a way of paying my penance to my wife, because I absolutely despise gnomes. Gnomes are the fault of everything. I blame gnomes for Harambe. I blame gnomes for the Hindenburg. I blame gnomes for everything. I blame gnomes for everything that has ever gone wrong. If there's anything going wrong in your life, I just want you to know it is because of gnomes. It is absolutely the fault of gnomes.
I am sticking to it.
Yes, it is definitely a W for my wife. Like, I'm not mad or anything. Like, I'm learning to enjoy it. I actually had the worst realization where I was like, I don't dislike playing a gnome as much as I thought I would, and that worries me. And what makes it even worse is I feel like I can do a fairly decent gnome imitation.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Azeroth. My name is My Penance, and I will bring victory and glory to the Alliance for the High Tinker Mechatork. Come with me as I slay the evil denizens of the Horde. You know, like, I feel like
I actually, yeah.
Wait, what?
They're like the Dingleberg. But that's the worst part is I realized on Wednesday, oh crap, I feel like I do a half decent gnome voice, and that makes it so much worse. But enough about me. I mean, unless you guys want to know about me. How are you all doing?
Yeah. Come here, you evil Yeti. How dare you terrorize my brothers and sisters? Your furriness will not be tolerated. Take that. Haha. Victory.
I really, there's a part of me that's like, I want to do the whole stream as a gnome. And I could have fun with it, because then I can make a goblin and do the whole stream as like Smeagol. Just do the entire thing talking like Smeagol and Gollum. I know. Wait, what? Have similar music taste. Did you check out? No, I did not. Their new song last night. It's called In the Name of the Father. It's actually catchy, very melodic. Okay. I will, In the Name of the Father. That's easy enough to remember. I will, JD, thank you for reminding me. Because I am a scatterbrain, folks. I do forget stuff. You can ask my wife. That's part of the boo-boo. I forget stuff all the time. And for the record, I did not forget her birthday or the anniversary or something. At least I don't think I did. I'm joking. I didn't forget her anniversary. I'm just a scatterbrain. That's really all it is. Oh, man. All right, hold on. Let me hydrate a little bit. A little under the weather, but having my lunch break, so... Oh, well, I hope you have a good lunch break. Thank you so much for tuning in on your lunch break. I'm sorry you don't feel good. That sucks, man. Like, there are few things that are as horrible as being at work when you don't feel good. Like, you know, I have medical issues. Not that I'm going to trauma dump, but I have medical issues, and the last year before I retired, I missed a lot of work for my medical issues, and I had a lot of medical appointments. Like, again, if it wasn't for the fact that I was so close to retirement, the military would have med boarded me out. But because I was in a special duty position, so I wasn't really deployable, and I was in a hard to fill position, and, you know, this, that, or the other, like, the military worked with me. Like, the Air Force did work with me. But let me tell you, that last year was rough. They all mask like most new bands, but I swear I know the singer's voice from another band. Okay, well, I mean, I'm good with voices. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to pick it out for you. I will honestly, I will try to remember. I really will. I'm a scatterbrain. I am. Like, especially after I get done streaming. Like, oh, you know what, JD? Do me a favor. Can you DM me over on the Clock app? That way, like, if you DM me, then I have a message and I'll have an actual reminder. I'm sorry to put the responsibility on you, but I know I'll forget. I know I will, because I am a scatterbrain. I am a bot, and my brain just doesn't function. But because it is Feel Good Friday, you guys know the deal if you've ever been in Feel Good Friday, or if this is your first time, I have a question for you. What is your biggest win this week? What are you the most proud of yourself? Like, you can say things like you survived or things like that, but I'm really hoping that you have something that you accomplished or something that you wanted to do for you. You wanted to get it done. What are you most proud of yourself for achieving this week? We all survived, right? And I'm not saying it's not important that we survived, because that is. What is your proudest achievement this week? Because I think it's important. I am a firm believer that it's important to reflect on, not, you know, we don't want to just dwell on the things that went wrong. We want to reflect on the things that went right. And it's so easy to get caught up in what went wrong that it absorbs all of our attention, and we end up feeling worse about ourselves than is probably objectively fair. Even subjectively fair. Because our brains, you know, I'm a psychology person. Our brains are designed to look for bad things. It really is. Like, it's just a part of how our brains function as a part of our limbic system. And when we start thinking about bad things or things that didn't go wrong or things that we messed up on, we can actually get caught in what's called a downward spiral in our limbic system. And because our brains are keyed into something negative already, other negative things by relation, by our perception of them being negative, are more easily accessible, even subconsciously. And we end up spiraling into this this bad place where nothing we're doing is right, we're useless, we're not accomplishing anything, and we really unfairly beat ourselves up. And especially if we have people that aren't supportive in our lives, that makes it so much worse, because we need supportive people in our lives. And so I want to know, what is, if you're willing to share, what is your proudest victory this week? Like, really think about it. What are you proud of yourself for accomplishing? My business has 9 pending inquiries so far, which shows that my business is where Oh, that's awesome, Fluff. Congratulations. So can I ask, what's the next milestone? U45. This is retail. I am just leveling a new character I've been playing for 20 years. Nice to make your acquaintance. Nice to meet you. I am playing a new character through old content just for the hell of it. I don't really play classic. Like, I sometimes play remix stuff, but yeah, this is retail. Long answer to your question, but yeah, this is retail. I made a boo-boo, and the wife requested I play a gnome because I absolutely despise gnomes. Making it through the day. What's up, Mana? Thank you, JD. Thank you. It's taken 5 years, but I did. Next milestone is actually...
I'm touching myself tonight.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Yes, Carissa, I am on the Purple app. It's actually venue open house that I got to June for this year. That's awesome. Feel like I'm missing questions? Wait, what? What do you think you're missing? You can anybody out there, y'all can generally ask me anything. Like for those of you, that have been in the stream for a while, you know the rule. No politics, no religion, please. Be respectful to myself and other people in the stream, please. But aside from that, you guys can pretty much ask whatever you want. I mean, you can ask about Warcraft, you can ask about the game, you can ask about the lore, you can ask about mental health stuff. Now, if you ask me anything mental health-wise, it's just for education purposes. I was a mental health tech in the military, and I'm currently going to school for my master's. I am a certified substance counselor, but I am not going to be doing any kind of therapy or, anything like that. So, if you do ask mental health questions stuff, just please TikTok, safe language, and just understand that you may bring up a topic that is triggering or upsetting to somebody. And so I just ask that you be cognizant and respectful of what you put out there, because it could negatively hurt somebody. I've been trying to figure out what version of WoW I want to return to. It looks fun. The current expansion is really good. The game is kind of in a lull right now because the next expansion's coming out later this year. But the quality of life improvements for The War Within is really good. In my opinion, playing from since 2004, the quality of life for the player base is the best it's ever been. That's my opinion. But, there's not a wrong answer as long as you enjoy what you're playing. But if you got into retail right now, you would have plenty of time to get caught up and be ready for the next expansion, which comes out later this year. No, you're answering questions, but I didn't see them in here. Oh, yeah. I'm on purple and on the clock app. I'm on both sides. Let me make sure I'm not missing any chats. I try to engage with everybody. I apologize. Why am I not maining a healer? I don't play healer really anymore. I haven't played healer since, I think the last time I played healer was like Legion, and I played a druid healer. Druids are my favorite healer. I'm just not a big healer, Hanky. Yeah, it's just not really my thing. Graves, this is retail. I am playing a new character through old areas. Yeah, Midnight is supposed to come out later this year. I just got back into WoW retail after 7 years off. It's so overwhelming. I'm sorry to hear that, Hanky. You found it? I have a site question, but I feel like the answer is crazy simple. Well, Fluff, throw it in the chat. I mean, it's okay. I don't know everything. It's okay to be ignorant of something, right? It's okay. The way that I taught in the military when I was an instructor, it's okay not to know. It's not okay not to learn. It's not okay not to find the answer. You know what I mean? I need to hire a personal guy to teach me to speed up. I mean, Hanky, it's not about the destination. It's all about the journey. Enjoy the game. I'm a big fan of enjoying the game for the game's sake. So the biggest part that I would say for where to, get into your groove of playing WoW is what is it you want to get out of playing? What is it that interests you about the game? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Helena, I'm very excited for Midnight. I have so many theories about what's going to happen, and I might be wrong, but I'm really excited. Because this is the first time they're doing what they're doing, which if you didn't know, everybody, they're doing a saga. There's 3 expansions that are intricately linked together. So it's not like each expansion is its own thing. The World Soul Saga, which started with the current expansion, The War Within, is going to have 3 parts. There's The War Within, which we're currently in. Midnight comes out later this year, and then we're going to get The Last Titan. And it's a 3-part. It's called The World Soul Saga if you want to look it up. It's really a cool idea. I just downloaded my first add-on. I feel like I can hack into the Pentagon. What are your theories on what they're going to do? My biggest theory is that we are going to find out that the Void Lords are way more powerful and we can't stop them on our own, and we are going to need to go back to Illidan and the Pantheon and Sargeras, who was imprisoned at the end of Legion. I think we are going to need Sargeras's and the Pantheon's help and Illidan's help. If you think about it, do you think the Pantheon, since they imprisoned Sargeras, do you think they just left him there? No, I think the Pantheon has been trying to cure him, because part of the reason that Sargeras turned into the Fallen Titan was when he opened Mardoon and was saturated by fel energies. He opened it, but you got to remember, he opened Mardoon and unleashed the demons and was saturated by the fel energies and turned into the Fallen Titan because he became aware of the Void Lords, or the Void and the Void Lords and the Old Gods, and he realized that they didn't have the power to stop them, and so he started the Burning Crusade to wipe out all of existence. I think that we are going to come to the same conclusion, kind of like what happened with the Legion and Illidan. You know, Illidan, you're wrong. You're the betrayer. How could you do this? And then we faced the Legion and Archimon and Kil'jaeden, and we went, oh snap, Illidan was right. I think we're going to see the same thing. I also think that we are going to have a confrontation following the confrontation with the Void. I think our next confrontation is going to be with the Pantheon, because the Pantheon doesn't care about Azeroth. They care about the Titan spirit within it. I've said it before. They're like the Celestials in Marvel. They don't care about us. They care about Azeroth, the Titan. As soon as she's ready to wake up, they could care less what happens to us. So I think following the World Soul Saga, we're going to have a confrontation with the Pantheon. After we have a confrontation with the Pantheon, I think we're going to have a rumble with the Light and the Naaru, because look at what the Naaru tried to do to Illidan and things like that. So yeah, I've got a couple of different theories. I'm so hyped for Midnight. I love when Chris Metzen talks about the World Soul Saga. Yes, it was amazing. Honestly, I like that theory you have. I have WoW. I love WoW lore, man. If you guys got questions, you can feel free to ask. I don't know everything, but I'm pretty comfortable with my WoW lore. So if you got questions, I'll throw it out there. What do you think the dark card is? I feel like Azeroth is going to end up being bad. Oh yeah, I absolutely believe that Azeroth is going to be bad. And that's what Sargeras was afraid of, because if the Void corrupts a Titan, Sargeras was terrified that they wouldn't be able to stop it. And the reason he became obsessed with Azeroth is because we know the old gods found Azeroth, therefore the Void Lords found Azeroth, and Aman'Thul told Sargeras, Azeroth is the strongest Titan ever. And so if Azeroth wakes up, we can defeat the Void. And Sargeras went, no. If the Void corrupts Azeroth, we're all screwed. And so that was where the disagreement came from. And Sargeras was like, how do you stop the Void? Destroy everything. You know, kind of like if you played Halo, kind of like the free, the free runners? No, what were they called? The ones that developed the Halo rings. The Forerunners. The Forerunners developed the ring because they went, if we destroy all life in the galaxy and all life in the universe, then the Flood won't be able to exist, and then we'll repopulate and we'll be good. That was basically what Sargeras' plan was. I don't think they will. I think they should. I think, here's what I think should happen. Because we've always won, right? Every expansion, we, the heroes of Azeroth, we have won. What I think needs to happen is, well, what first that needs to happen is I need to go into the cave and actually do this quest instead of running around like a jackass. What I think needs to happen is we lose. I think, because, I mean, look at this. Some of the areas of Azeroth are dated. What I think needs to happen is we lose, and the Void does corrupt Azeroth, and we have to leave the planet, kind of like a Realm Reborn thing, kind of. But lore-wise, I think we need to find another planet and get the hell out of here when Azeroth awakens. And what that'll give, and again, you got to think about it. Blizzard started and told us that the expansions are tied together. I think that means that they're working on another planet for us to run away to, right? And that's going to kick off a whole new planet with a whole new continent. Like, they have 3 expansions coming, so they've got developers working on all the expansions at the same time. I think we need to lose. We need a Marvel and Infinity War. We've always won. I think we need to take a loss. I do. And I think once we do, then that'll basically be Warcraft 2. That's what I think should happen. Just my opinion. I think there is some value in playing old Azeroth, but I just think it would be good, for new players and for veteran players to start off in a similar starting point, and you do that by changing the landscape, changing the style of the game. Because if they go to a whole nother planet, they could completely revamp classes and the power sources and things like that. Kind of like a third faction made up with AI that's smart enough to go and counter the actual players. Caesar, that would be cool. I think we need a third faction, honestly. I think we've had the Horde and the Alliance long enough. I wanted a Legion faction where you could play as a Satyr or a Naga. I thought that would have been cool. Make a third faction, Make a faction that's tired of the Horde and the Alliance. Or that is an enemy of both. Because, again, it's Warcraft, so it's all about, war between different sides. I was of the opinion, let me play a Naga, man. I would love to play a Naga Warlock or a Satyr Warlock. That'd be freaking sick. But again, just kind of my opinions. And I could be completely wrong. I could be completely crazy and none of this will going to happen. But hey, I can dream. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any theories? I don't know. You guys hear my theories all the time, but I mean, if you got questions, about WoW, retail, I play almost everything. I don't play Rogue and I don't play Evoker. Those are just two classes I don't enjoy. But I have 11 level 80s. I am primarily for the Horde. But I'm playing a gnome because I didn't lose a bet. I made a boo-boo with my wife. So this is my penance, hence why my character's name is my penance. My wife knows how much I dislike gnomes, so here I am playing a filthy gnome. Oh my god, if I could play a character who looks like a Jara, that would be even dope.
What race is your dog?
I mean, for a Jara, that's basically a night elf or maybe a Nightborn. Which race is my favorite? Oh man, oh lord. Oh gosh, why you gotta do this to me? My favorite race are the trolls. Specifically like the Darkspear, not like the Gurubashi, the Drakari, the Amani, the Darkspear. Because remember, brother, stay away from the voodoo. Because around here, brother, we be playing to good old Samdi. We were here first. We be the elite. For the Darkspear. We support Vojin. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the trolls. Which, fun fact for the lore folks out there, if you didn't know this, the elves, all of the elves, were originally trolls. In case you didn't know that, this is actually backed by lore. The trolls are one of the prime races of Azeroth. The undead, the majority of my characters are undead. Nice. I don't think we're going to get Vol'jin back. I don't think it's going to happen. I do think we're going to get Sylvanas back at some point. But I mean, after what Sylvanas did, even understanding her reasons, with the burning of Teldrassil, it's really hard to give that a redemption arc. You know what I mean? Like, debatably what Sylvanas did was worse than what Garrosh did. So, I don't know. I love Vol'jin. I don't think Vol'jin was done justice as a war chief. I think they wasted him. I think Vol'jin could have been an amazing war chief. But also remember this. There is not a war chief of the Horde anymore. Remember, they have a council now. They don't have a war chief. They got rid of the war chief. It's a council from all the different factions. And I didn't agree. I always thought it was dumb that the Vulpera joined the Horde after they were how they were treated. They're too small, this, that, or the other. And I'm like, the Horde started from all of the Graces that were disenfranchised, that didn't have support, that were being hunted and persecuted.
Vol'jin getting a Rezon spirit.
Vol'jin getting a Rezon spirit infused. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, that's a fair point. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to bring back Vol'jin. I would like to see more characters developed or brought in. You know what I mean? Like Zappy Boy.
That's what the Winter Queen said anyway.
No, I mean, if it's in the lore, you're right. It's in the lore. That's fair. I don't know. I think Warcraft needs to invest in more new characters. When Vol'jin died, my heart broke because it was such a waste. Legion remix. I played Legion when it was current. Illidan is my all-time favorite character, so I enjoyed the hell out of Legion. Demon Hunters are one of my favorite classes to play. My favorite class to play is Warlock, but I really do enjoy Demon Hunters. So I'm not overwhelmed with joy to play Remix because I played the hell out of it when it was current, but I'll probably play it. Yeah, the Magar definitely could step up more. Yes, I absolutely agree. A lot of the factions could. I mean, I miss Cairn. When Cairn was taken out by Garrosh, which technically, I mean, did Garrosh beat Cairn? Did Magatha Grimtotem beat Cairn? It kind of depends on how you look at it. But yeah, Vol'jin was good. I definitely think they need to invest in more characters and bring more characters up and introduce more. No, I did not really. Lord Darkflash, thank you for the follow. I did not unlock the Earthen because I just have no desire to play them. One of my favorite classes to play in the game is Void Elves, which I know is Alliance, but I like to play Warlock, and Void Elf is really good for casters. So if you want to make a caster, Void Elves are really good. just because of their racial. Their racial basically gives them smooth casting, which is awesome. So, yeah. But I like I don't mind humans. They're just kind of boring. My biggest problem with humans is they run like they poop themselves. I absolutely despise gnomes, which is why I'm playing one, because this is what my wife requested. Yeah, Warlock is my favorite class. I really love Demon Hunter. Shaman's a lot of fun. So if you do, there's some earthen that hang around Ogremar and they give some more. Ooh, okay. I did not know that. Thank you for the heads up. But yeah, I have a ton of theories. And, the trolls. Wait. So all of the elves actually started as trolls. Originally, the trolls, for those of you that like lore, all of the trolls belonged to the Zandalari Empire. There was a caste system amongst the trolls. And a bunch of the trolls got tired of it and left. And when they left, they settled in different places, which is where we got the Darkspear, the Gurubashi, the Amani, the Drakari, all of the different tribes. One of the tribes settled near the Well of Eternity, and their proximity to the arcane magic of the well mutated them over time, and they became the first elves. And then, they split apart, from the high elves and the regular elves, and that's where we get the blood elves and the night elves. And then, we have the void elves that, they were elves trapped during the Second War. And then you have the Nightborn, which were trapped in, what is it? Not the Nighthold, but in Suramar.
It's why it's hard to let go of.
I've always wanted Gob. Oh, wait. I need to get motivated to play WoW, and I have it all set up and working well. If you want to play WoW, just think about what is it about WoW that excites you? Why do you want to play WoW? What is it you want to accomplish? What's your goal? What's your aspiration for playing? Start there, Poncho. I've always hated goblins and worgens, never liked the way armor sits on them. See, I disagree. I think worgen look badass. I like werewolves, though. I'm a big fan of werewolves. Okay, I have a bunch of talents I probably need to do. Let's see. It's the armor fit for me. It's why it's hard to let go of human. See, I'm sorry. Worgen Death Knights look amazing. Oh, you like the mount? The Mecha Spider? I'm not a big fan. But yeah. I made a boo-boo and the wife said you're playing a gnome warrior as penance. So, there we go. Yeah. If they give Worgen straight backs, I'm down. See, I don't want the straight back. I like the hunched over, animalistic, I'm not a fan of that. I like the, the feral appearance. I like that hunched over. It gives that predatory appearance. I love it. There's one thing that's talking to a Magar about Blackrock Foundry and want to bring them into the Horde.
Him over the hunchback, like Jen, looks so dumb.
Really? See, for most, I can't do it. The orcs I'm okay with, but yeah, and see, if they give the option, I'm cool with it. But I don't know, I really do like that hunched over predatory appearance. Okay, let's see, we got some questions. Well, hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome in if you're joining me, and it's your first time. Where are you calling in from? Operators are standing by. Welcome into the stream, one and all.
With the help of Earthen.
However, I'm waiting for Kultiran Paladins. Take my money. See, I don't like the Kultirans. They look goofy to me. You know what the Kultirans look like? They look like old school Disney characters. That's what they look like to me. They're giving hints they want to redo Ogremar again with the help of the Earthen. I mean, they could. I mean, Stormwind's been rebuilt a couple of times, so why not Ogremar?
A stood-up worgen-like ones in Silverglades, that'd be so
Oh, my
amazing.
inventory's full. Crap.
They only look good in place.
A stood-up Worgen looks in Silverglades. That'd be so amazing. I mean, maybe they'll do it. I mean, they did it for orcs. They might do it. I could see it. I'm not saying I'd be against it, oh, this is ruining the game. I personally, and I get where you guys are coming from. I prefer, I don't know.
Kultirans, that is.
You know the thing I really want them to do in WoW? I really wish that they would allow more customization for armor. Take Blizzard, for the love of all that is holy, take a note from Guild Wars 2 and let me change my armor color. Let me customize my crap. Hey, Pagan, good morning, good morning. Welcome in, one and all. Thank you for the heart me. Yeah, oh, well, orcs are, yeah. Hey, Bacon, thank you for the 10 roses. And for everybody that's following me over on the Clock app, if I could ask a favor, please do me a solid. You don't have to do it right now, but please drop me a follow over on the Purple app. I am dual streaming right now. So I stream on the Clock app, I stream on the Purple app, and then after I stream, I load my stream. So if you ever miss a stream, you can catch the full stream on the Purple app or on my YouTube channel. It's always the same name and the same profile pic. I am going to be transitioning fully to the Purple app at the end of May. So I'm on that journey. I just got affiliate or last week. And so please, if you want to support the channel, please follow me over on the Purple app, because that's where I'm trying to grow and transfer over to. I'm not saying I won't be on the Clock app anymore. It's just that I am trying to move over there. The Clock app has made some changes recently for content creators, and I don't like it. I don't agree with it. So yeah, I don't think it's beneficial to me. I don't think it's beneficial or fair to you all. So yeah, there we go. You forgot? No worries. You're good. Thank you. Oh, Carissa, thank you very much for the follow. I missed that. I'm sorry. My thing's in front of me, so I miss that sometimes. And if you're new to the channel, can I ask, where are you watching from? I am in upstate New York, and I love knowing where people are coming from. Like, I love it. It's so cool. I've had people in here from India, from Australia, from Switzerland, Denmark, like all over the place. Like I need to get a checklist, and like I want to know, I want to do like the Animaniacs thing,
Watching from North Florida.
North Florida. Okay, you're in the same time zone as me.
Kansas City.
Nice Midwest. All right, well, nice. Well, welcome in, everybody. And if you are new to the channel, let me just fill you in. Today is Friday, and so I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time to noon. I only stream 3 days a week for 2 hours at a time for a couple of reasons. I'm a full-time student. I just retired from the military. I was in the Air Force for 20 years. Cade from Mississippi. My wife's originally from Louisiana, so kind of your neck of the woods. Thank you for the follow, Cade. Napoli? Oh, snap. Dang, that's a new one. See, I need to get a bingo board and like check off where everybody's watching from. Oh, Helena, you're in upstate as well? Oh, that's awesome. Homegrown. Hey, what's up, Ray? Good morning. East Syracuse. Ah, okay. For safety reasons, I don't say specifically where I am. I will just say I am in upstate New York. If I wanted to drive to Niagara Falls, it would not take that long. I'll leave it at that. I should probably pay somewhat attention to my quest. But yeah, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time to noon. I wish I could stream more, but I'm currently a full-time student. I'm going to school for my master's in psychology. For those of you that are new to the channel, I just retired from the Air Force after 20 years of service. So I've only been streaming for about 8 months. And so, I got to prioritize. I'm a full-time student. So I stream as much as I can, but
I'm touching myself.
Poncho Dubs, thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Why is there an echo? Keep on trucking. Hey, thank you, Dubs. Thank you for your support. Yeah, I was in the Air Force. I spent my first 6 years, for anybody that's curious, I was an A-10 jet engine mechanic, the A-10 Warthog. I then retrained into mental health, and I spent my time as a mental health tech. I became a substance counselor. I'm a still certified substance counselor. I ran a mental health clinic. I taught mental health services for 4 years, so I also have my teaching degree. I have a mental health degree, teaching degree, aerospace propulsion degree. My bachelor's is in psychology, and I'm going to school right now for my master's. So, yeah, there's a little bit of background for anybody that's curious about what I did. Every once in a while, somebody's curious. So I'm actually, with as many people that are in here, you don't miss college. No, I was not stationed at Hill. I was stationed at fewer bases that I would have wanted, but I went TDY to a lot of bases. I didn't go to Hill. Hill's over in Utah. I've been to a lot of bases, though. I did a lot of traveling. I did a buttload of traveling. I was at Davis-Monthan for about 8 years. And that was because the Air Force messed up when I retrained. I was supposed to leave Davis-Monthan when I went from maintenance to medical, but the Air Force screwed up my papers, so I ended up getting stuck at Davis-Monthan. You know, if you're in the Air Force, Davis-Monthan DM stands for don't move because you're stuck there. I then went to Joint Base Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas to be an instructor. And then I went to Edwards Air Force Base in California. But I've been all over. Like, I would actually have to sit and think about all of the bases that I went to. I got sent all over the place. Mandy Bear! Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I mean, I like college. I'm tired of writing papers. Because I'm going full time. So every week I'm writing papers. Every single week, man. That's what I would tell anybody going for your master's. The amount of papers you're going to write is going to be insane.
Did you ever go to Travis AFB in California?
Oh, well. Did I ever go to Travis? Yes, I have been to Travis. I had to go there for a small TDY. I wasn't there very long. I had to go there for a consultation / yeah, I'm just going to call it a consultation. Yeah, I've been to Nellis. I've been to Luke. I've been to Tinker. I've been to Shepherd. Oh, wait, sorry. I went to Shepherd for tech school. I forgot about that one. And, of course, Lackland for basic. I've been to Tinker. I've been to Wright Pat. I've been to Warner Robins. I've been to Randolph. Because, I mean, Randolph, Lackland, they're right next to each other. Like, I've been to a lot of bases. I once lived near Luke. Yeah, I actually grew up near Luke. Luke was down the street from me. And then my first base was Davis-Monthan. So, where am I planting these?
Two of the surgeons I work with
are Air Force docs that cover. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Air Force is always looking for docs. Loose. Oh, I gotta find loose snow. Where? There we go. Loose snow. Loose snow, not yellow snow. We're staying away from the yellow snow. You lived on Bell Road? Yeah, I have family that still lives out there. They live over like around Cactus and Thunderbird. They live kind of near like Peoria High School. They live in that area because that's where I went to school was Peoria High School. Yeah, I lived in Phoenix, and then my first base was Tucson. That was not by choice. I did not want to go to Tucson. I wanted to go anywhere else except Arizona. But yeah, for everybody tuning in, welcome in and good morning. My name is Cal if you're new to the stream. I'm a retired veteran, and I'm here to spread a little positivity, give you a break from doom scrolling. And today, I am playing my Penance character, leveling a new gnome. This is Retail Warcraft: The War Within. And just hoping to give you a break, and it is Feel Good Friday. So if you're just tuning in, my big question for everybody is, what are you most proud of yourself for this week? Take a little time and brag in the chat, because it's a long week. We all got through it. What is your win this week? What goal did you achieve? What good thing happened? You know, take some time and be happy. De-stress a little bit. Oh my gosh, where is this damn loose snow? Oh my gosh. Where is it? Okay, there's one. I see it. Okay. Good Lord, man. Some of these quests. I haven't been to... Wait. Peas base? I don't know that one. I don't know what that one is. All right. And I'm just curious, what's everybody got planned this weekend? For me, homework. Now, my big win for the day or for the week would be, you know, I've had a very busy week. My wife and I, this was a very rough week for the both of us. We got through it, and we even managed. So Thursday is my wife and I's date day. We have a designated day that's our date day. And my wife was like, you know, this has been a long week. I got stuff going on. You got stuff going on. Let's bypass this week. And, you know, she was very supportive of me working on my homework. And yesterday, I was able to get it far enough in my homework to take a break. We ended up going out. I got my wife a bird feeder. My wife really wanted a bird feeder. So we did that, and then we did just a random impromptu, went out to dinner together. Came home and played Diablo together and just had a really wonderful night. And so my win for the week is, even though we were both busy and it was a crazy week, we still made time for each other and had a wonderful evening, man.
Diablo yay.
Yeah, dude. My wife's playing a Spiritborn and I'm playing Necromancer. I'm loving it, man. Diablo 4 Season 8 just started. It's a lot of fun. So that's my win. Oh, Naval Shipyard. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that one. And Nick, good morning to you and welcome in, everybody. Whether you're on the Clock app or the Purple app, I hope you're having a great morning. If you're new to the channel, say hi or feel free to lurk. If you enjoy the content, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and if you want to support the channel, please hit that follow button. Primarily, please hit the follow button over on the Purple app, because at the end of May, the Purple app will be my primary home. I'm currently streaming on both platforms. So, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed using the Clock app, but, yeah, time to transition. Sperry! Hey, good morning, Sperry! And for those of you that are over on the Clock app, Sperry in the chat, she is a fellow streamer and content creator. So if you could do me a favor and drop her a follow, check out the live streams from Sperry. Yes, please. Oh, Ray, I don't believe that for a minute. I bet there is a win.
Thanks for the shout out.
Of course. Look, I know that there are content creators that, don't want to push out other people. Oh, Ray, thank you for the sub. And for gifting the subs. Oh, man. Vera got a sub. Kayla? No, Kai. Sorry, Kai got a sub. Fluff got a sub. Carissa got a sub. Helena got a sub. Holy crap, Ray. Thank you so much. Well, for those of you that are subbing over on the Purple app, just so you know, there are some sub-exclusive emotes. I just loaded them yesterday. So, depending on your tier of subscription, you get different emotes, and I am going to keep trying to update that with new stuff. But thank you so much, Ray. I really appreciate that. I'm just a little guy. But yeah, as far as like giving shout outs to other content creators, like as long as you're a good content creator, and I mean good as in like you're not spreading toxicity and negativity, and you know what I mean? Like, I am not going to be a gatekeeper. I want to see other people grow. I want to help other people grow and achieve their dreams. And I know what it's like to be a content streamer and just to be struggling to get started. So like, I am not a gatekeeper. I am not going to be, no, you can't watch any of the streamers. You have to be loyal only to me. Like, if you're another content creator and you don't mind me giving you shout outs, I will absolutely give you shout outs. Like, I will never be a gatekeeper. Like, I'm just not a believer of that. Growing the community is very tough. Like, I've actually thought about it. What I really want to do at some point is get a couple of content creators that, I know and that know me, like Ray, like you, for example. And I would love to do a live stream at some point, maybe when I'm actually, getting traction. And I actually want to do a stream talking with other streamers about what it's like getting started and like answering questions that people have about how to get started doing your own live stream. Because I'm not going viral. Like, I'm not blowing up. But you know what? I've made a lot of progress and I've learned a lot. And I know what it's like to want to get into this world. And I would love to share what I've learned and what's worked for me and what hasn't. And, if somebody's like, well, I'm streaming and I'm having a hard time. What should I do or what could I do differently? There's tons of stuff. And nobody knows everything when you get started. It's a learning experience. Yeah. Growing the community is tough, keeping it going. And that's why, like, my biggest piece of advice for anybody that wants to start streaming, and this is my opinion. Again, keep in mind that I'm a very young streamer. I have not been doing this for years. I'm still growing. But one of the things that I think helps any kind of content creator is if you look at the content creators and the streamers that are doing really well, they have a very clear why on what they're doing. They know why they're streaming. They know what kind of content. And it all starts with, why are you hitting the live button? Like, if you want to get into streaming, I would honestly say, make sure you understand what you're hoping to achieve by streaming. Why are you streaming? Because if you don't know why you're streaming, your viewers are not going to know why they should follow and support you. And as a content creator, the most common thing I've heard from other people that are struggling is they go, well, there's nobody in the stream, so I just, I don't know what to talk about. And I'm like, okay, that will come from your why. Because you got to remember, when people are scrolling past channels and streams and stuff, they're only there, if you're not providing content, you're not going to catch their attention and they're probably not going to want to stay. So you have to provide the content. And a lot, quite frequently people are like, but I feel silly or dumb just talking to myself. And my biggest piece of advice there is, whether there's one person in your room, no people in the room, or 20 people in your room, engage. Because if I was just sitting here playing quietly, this game is not enticing enough to make somebody want to engage with me. People don't engage with you really because of what you're playing, as much as they engage with you because you're providing content that they want to engage with. And the content for me isn't the game. The content for me is the engagement. So engage with your people. And again, when I first start out the stream, there's nobody in here. I have to put on the show. I have to give people a reason that are scrolling to stop and want to watch. And if I'm not doing that, people aren't gonna stay. So if you want people to come into your channel, give them something and just imagine that the room is full and people will come. And don't worry about trying to provide content for everybody. It's like life. If you try to please everybody in your life, you are the person who's going to be the most disappointed in life is you. Be yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Be you. And the people that should be in your life that appreciate you and value what you can add to their life and what they can add to your life, they will find you. But just like in real life, don't try to please everybody. It's a waste of time and energy. Be you, and you will find the people that you're supposed to. Period, point blank, end of discussion. It's the same thing in relationships. You shouldn't have to change yourself for somebody else, and nobody else should expect you to change for them. If you meet the right people in your life, you will want to change to add more value to their life and because they make you a better person. Like relationships. I've grown a lot as a person being married for 14 years. My wife didn't change me. I changed for my wife because I wanted to, because my wife helped me learn things about myself that I wasn't aware of. And, she was worth growing and improving for. And I would like to think that it's, my wife would agree on her side. Yeah, David, I try to be fair and objective. Ray says, example, I had a friend who lost a job, was doing well. Their chat thrived. Everything was going... Sorry, I got to grab. I can't really read it. Everything was going well for a CC standpoint. Here we are 2 years later. A lot of the community left. They locked every perk behind a paywall. So many rules. Talking's hard. Looking angry 90% of the time and talks down to people they do not agree with, including their mods. They have turned to... Yeah, see, I hope... I don't think I would ever become that way, and I hope I don't. My whole reason for streaming is there's so much negative content and so much negativity in the world. And I've told this story before. Some people are aware of the story. I started streaming because I was looking for positive content to de-stress and, relax and enjoy, not to add stress to my life. And then one day I was just like, why don't I just do it myself? I can't be the only person that's looking for a little anti-doom scrolling. So I started streaming. And every day I try to get, just a little bit better. My goal in life is to get 1% better at something. I think that's the way you live a good life, is just try to get 1% better. Perfection is not real. It's not possible. I've gone on and on and on. And if anybody is new and wants to hear it, I can explain the perfectionistic mindset psychologically and why it's harmful. I can explain it. And it's hard to get over, and it's not a bad thing to want to be perfect, but it's more important to strive for better. Because better means growth. Perfection is not real. It is not a thing. It is not obtainable. When you say something is perfect, you're setting yourself up for failure. You are. Wait, Martini, what's the please for? I will say I met some of my closest friends through the... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ray. Yes, perfectionism will absolutely paralyze you. It will, and there's a reason for that. Perfectionism paralyzing you is actually a part of your fight or flight sequence in your limbic system. Which, for the record, not to sound smart, but the actual name of the fight or flight system for stress response is called the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. It's called the HPA axis. Yes, perfectionism can paralyze you because the idea of perfectionism triggers limbic stress responses. And what is one of the fight or flight responses? Freeze. There's actually 5. Most people know, freeze, fight, or flight. There's actually 2 others. There's fawn and there's faint. There's 5 total. King Zoltrak, I'm trying. I mean, I try to talk about things that I'm comfortable or that I can explain. There are opinions, but psychologically, like, I am a big psych nerd. And I ran a mental health clinic. I was a mental health technician. I'm a counselor, and I love neuroscience. Like, I don't know everything, but I know a lot.
Sometimes if I don't feel like I can do it perfectly,
Yeah, and it's because there's so many variables. And the thing is, and I've said this a couple of times recently. Hold on, let me hydrate before I start coughing. Psych nerds unite! I'm a fainter, to be sure. I mean, fainting and fawn, like, they're less spoken about, but they're valid responses to an extent. Damn it, I was gonna hydrate and yeah. Okay, let's break this down. Martini, thank you for the heart me. Let's break this down. In order for something to be perfect, what do you have to do? You have to eliminate all of the errors, okay? What are errors? Errors are perceived negative aspects. With me so far? Okay. What are perceived negative aspects in the human brain? Potential threats. If we perceive it as something bad, then that means we view it as a potential threat. Okay. The HPA axis, the fight or flight sequence, is the system that responds when the amygdala picks up on things being wrong. The amygdala is what picks up on environmental factors and shoots the information to the limbic system for stress response. Hopefully everybody's still with me. Okay, so nothing can be perfect. It's not possible. There's always going to be a flaw or an error somewhere, which means the amygdala is constantly picking up and looking for variables. And because there's no way to eliminate every negative variable, the amygdala and limbic system are constantly getting triggered, which is why people that suffer from perfectionistic tendencies and they struggle with it and it stresses them and it leads to depression and it causes freeze is because there's so much to do and it's never going to go away that it overwhelms our system, which is where it creates real psychological problems. That's it. That's literally neuroscience. It's not my opinion. That is actually neuroscience. We know this. You can see it. I feel like with my crazy hair, I'm like that crazy, that sign guy, like, it's science. I am a malfunction. My brain needs to reset if I stress this high. Everybody's does. Everybody's does. And it's possible to reset it. And the thing is with limbic responses, the limbic brain is the middle part of the brain and the neocortex is the newer part of the brain. There's basically 3 layers of the brain. There's the brainstem, there's the mammalian brain, and there's the neocortex. The brainstem is like the medulla, the pons, the midbrain. It can, it's the base level of the brain. It transmits information up and down, The medulla oblongata. That's why alligator got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Like that's it. That's a part of the brainstem. Built on top of the brainstem is the limbic brain, which we also call the mammalian brain because it's a portion of the brain that mammals have. Humans, we have not only a neocortex, we have a highly developed frontal lobe. So when, the limbic system and then the neocortex is built over it. And that has the occipital lobe, the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe, the frontal lobe, and then there's the prefrontal cortex. The neocortex is logic, critical thinking, information processing, vision, high executive functioning, higher level functioning. It thinks a lot of logic and impulse control and personality and things like that. The limbic brain processes emotions. And this is where, if you've ever been so angry that you can't talk or so upset that you can't talk, that's because your limbic system was so activated and so much neural energy was going to the limbic system that your neocortex didn't have enough blood flow and enough energy to operate effectively and to appropriately regulate itself, which is where stress management comes into play. Because the limbic side of the brain is an older part of the brain than the neocortex, it has a stronger inherent pull, and the limbic side of the brain is very much responsible for stress response and survival response, and so it needs to have a stronger inherent pull to keep you alive. The downside is that when too much energy goes into the limbic system, you can get stuck in a limbic downward stress spiral. And that's where things get difficult to communicate, to think clearly, to make rational decisions, to regulate yourself more
appropriately, and this is where severe, emotional and mental distress comes from. Science! Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. I'll be here if anybody has any questions. And again, this is just for educational purposes. I do not know everything, but I'm very comfortable with what I do know. I have spent many moons learning. Drake, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Myself tonight. How you doing this morning, Drake? But yeah, if anybody has any questions, I can try to answer it. Again, I don't know everything. I don't have Google pulled up. I'm pulling this out of my head. I taught mental health services for 4 years, so part of that was teaching neuroscience. So I think I was a decent instructor. I think I was. Again, I don't know everything. It's fascinating each time I need an EKG to see how things are going. Yeah, and it's hard, man. That mount, that is the scrap forged mecha spider. I'm actually not familiar with it. This is the first gnome I've ever made in 20 years, Beazle. Or wait, I'm trying to figure out how do I say it. Beals. Oh man. So if you are in a constant state of stress and are starting to see physical symptoms, it's from fight or flight. Yes. When you start manifesting physical conditions from mental distress, they call that conversion. There are many times that, everything psychological is physical and everything physical is psychological. There is a feedback loop on both sides. There are many times that people will go to their PCM, their primary care, with physical ailments like diarrhea or back pain or heart palpitations, physical manifestations. And what that is that's actually a overproduction of cortisol, for example, which is the stress hormone. And too much cortisol is actually harmful on multiple facets. Or if you're constantly stressed and you're tightened, you're tightening up all the time, that hurts your body and can cause physical pain. So yes, if you are experiencing physical symptoms from emotional or mental distress, that is called conversion. Because your mental and psychological is converting to a physical symptom. And the same thing is physical pain can make you angry. That pain that you're constantly feeling can also trigger your parietal lobe, which is right above the limbic system. So that's why, or if you're angry, if you've ever been hangry, which by the way, hangry, when you get really angry, I worked 10 hours. All I want is Wingstop. Yeah, that girl. Yeah, that was hangry. And that is an actual psychological phenomenon. That is, I am hungry. My physical survivability is in jeopardy from lack of sustenance. I'm going to become aggressive because I need to survive. That is a limbic response. That is a hypothalamic response. I hope these questions are making sense. If I'm confusing anybody or if I need to clarify anything, please by all means ask. I will try my best. I honestly loved being an instructor. Being an instructor for 4 years was my absolute. It was amazing. I loved it. Oh, something happened. I heard something go off. What was it? What is it? There's something happening. What is it? Something's happening and it won't tell me what it is. Oh, Shane, thank you for the follow. Okay, somebody gifted me something, but it's not showing me what it is. What is it? I can't see it. It's saying that I got something and it won't tell me. Yes, I am playing a gnome. Yes, Tyler, I am playing a gnome. So I made a boo-boo recently. I made a boo-boo with my wife. It's okay, we're fine. Oh, damn, Shane with 144 roses. Oh my gosh. Shane. Oh, whoa. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. Oh. What in the world? Okay, weird. My Tickfinity started going goofy. Shane, thank you so much for the 144 roses. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. And again, everybody for just being here. Thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you for hitting the like button, for sharing it out, for all the follows, for the subscriptions. Thank you guys so much. But as always, seriously, and I swear I genuinely mean this. Thank you very much for your time and attention. That is the most valuable thing you have. And if you're here and you can kick back, relax, enjoy, maybe get a laugh, maybe learn something, That's what I hope to do. That's why I stream. I stream to try and make somebody's day better. That is, honest to God, my hope every day. I just want to make somebody's day better. You know, but again, all of the support for the channel, it really does help. If you go back, if you go onto the Clock app and you look at my old videos and my old posts, look how far the stream has come. And I mean, it's because of you guys supporting the channel. So just thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I haven't really touched Season of Discovery, to be honest with you, Shane. I pretty much play retail. And I am playing a gnome because I made a boo-boo with my wife. And my wife requested my penance be that I play a gnome. Because gnomes are my absolute least favorite race in WoW. I blame gnomes for everything. Gnomes are horrible creatures. And, yeah. I can't stand gnomes. I can't stand them. Yeah, we'll do that. And then... Ooh, I like that. And we'll go there.
Yeah, you
sure.
play that gnome.
Yeah, pretty much, yo.
Smiley face.
Pretty much. You get down there. You get down there and you play that gnome. Yeah. But it's okay. The worst part, I'll be honest with y'all, the worst part is not playing the gnome. The worst part is the fact that I feel like my gnome imitation voice, I feel like my gnome imitation voice is better than it has the right to be. Yes, gnomes are the gnomes are indeed the Lalafell of Warcraft. Yes. Yes, this is absolutely accurate. It strains your eyes? Why does only retail strain your eyes? I'm confused. I mean, I get it. I have an eye condition. That's one of the other reasons I don't stream for prolonged periods. And for anybody that's... Hey, Kaguna! Good morning. Welcome in. Happy Friday to you. What's good? Oh, I'm supposed to go into Ironforge. God, I have not been in Ironforge in forever. Welcome to Ironforge.
I am just saying gnomes were created by the Titans.
Titans, so if you hate everything good, just say that. Yo, I am not a fan of the Titans. The Titans are evil. Yo, I am not a fan of the Titans. I will defend that the Titans are not good. So if they, yes, you are right. Well, okay, no, wait. Hold on. The Titans created the Stone Forged and the Titan Forged, which included Mimiron and Ulduar. Mimiron in Ulduar, when they created the rest of the Stone Forged and Titan Forged, they were corrupted by the curse of flesh by Yogg-Saron, and they ended up becoming living creatures. So, technically, gnomes are the result of the old gods. Is that a fair statement? You should like mechagnomes then? I kind of do like mechagnomes because they're cyborgs. It legit only happens when I play retail. I would like to play because I enjoy Holy Paladin meta or not. Dude, no. Play what you enjoy. The hell with the meta. DMF Docchilla, good morning. Welcome in. Defend it? Okay, I will defend it. I brought it up actually earlier in the stream, but I will go over it. I will explain. There is a Titan spirit within the planet of Azeroth. Okay? That is why Aman'Thul and Aenar and Khaz'goroth and all of them, when they saw the planet was infected by the old gods, they intervened with the Titan Forged and the Stone Forged because they wanted to protect Azeroth, the Titan spirit, and they wanted the life on the planet. Shane, have a great day as well. Thank you so much for coming in. Good morning. I hope you have a great day at work, and if I don't see you, have a great weekend. Do you think that the Titans care about us on the planet? They do not. They are like the Celestials from Marvel. As soon as Azeroth is ready to awaken, which, by the way, will destroy the planet surrounding her, we're toast. The Titans do not care about us in any way, shape, or form.
10 minutes ago, LMFAO.
The Titans only care about us because our life energies are what are substantiate the planet and allow Azeroth to develop. As soon as she's ready to go, Aman'Thul and the Titans don't care about us at all. We are toast. So the Titans are not good for us. Also, The Titans manipulate life on planets only to awaken other Titans. They're not benevolent beings that care about the denizens. Aeonar does, but Amonthul and the rest of them, yeah, they do not. So there's my defense of it. As soon as Azeroth's ready to wake up, we are toast. Yeah, I don't like Lalafell either. They creep me out. Although the one Empress lady from Ulda, she was all right. You know, like I'm trying to think of what his name was. The bull guy, the big warrior bull looking dude.
Once that happens.
Where you think we're going once that happens? I think we're gonna take a page out of the Draenei. We're gonna hop our happy butts on the Exodar or something, and we are gonna get the hell out of here to wherever we can get to be safe. That's what I think's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have to bounce off the planet. Raban, yeah, that dude is awesome, man. Even when he lost his arm. Spoiler.
Come along, friends. I have been glorious in my adventures, and I've made it all the way to Ironforge, the home of my dwarven brethren. I shall be exploring the glorious machinations, the intricate structural integrity of such a formidable fortress. It makes a gnome proud to see how far our dwarven brothers and sisters have come. If only I could find out where the hell this damn shop is. Where's the directory of this damn place? It's very hard for a gnome to see.
Like I said, I think she's freaky. Oh, I thought she was kind of adorable. See, it kind of bothers me how well I do a gnome voice. It really kind of creeps me out. I should start whispering sweet nothings in my wife's ear in a gnome voice because she's the one that made me play this.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Oh man, I'm having a hard time reading that name. Hold on.
They're secretly one errant youth.
That affectionate? No, I am 6'4". I am the opposite of a gnome. I am 6'4" in real life. For those of you that may be curious, I weigh in at 215 pounds, 6'4". I like long walks on the beach. I'm a mutant. I'm not a mutant. Both sides of my mom and my dad's side of the family came from Vikings.
Sounds like something a gnome would say.
Sounds like something a gnome would say. All right. Okay, hold on a second. We're going to end this right now.
You can see the ceiling right here. Okay, this ceiling, that hammer is like 6 feet tall. This ceiling is right around, a little bit over 6 feet tall. Okay?
All right. Hold on.
Okay? That's the ceiling, that's me. I'm not standing on anything.
Damn.
Yeah, I told you, I'm legitimately. Me and my 3-foot tall room. If this is a 3-foot tall room, it would be a hobbit hole, and I would be like Gandalf, just hitting my head on everything. Where is this damn thing? Why can I not find this? I am so lost in here. Damn you, Alliance! I felt that up here. Sorry, Ma. Sorry, baby. Sorry. I was just explaining. I was just explaining my height. Where in the hell is this thing? It's not in there. All right, I don't like Ironforge anymore. And my wife can confirm I am 6'4", even taller with the hair. This stream was brought to you by my hairstyle. This is the longest my hair's been in 20 years, and I love it.
I believe you, lol.
I've yet to see a measuring tape, so all I've heard is excuses.
A measuring tape? Okay. All right, a measuring tape. Bet. Ha-ha!
The ceiling is 78 inches. You can see 78 inches. Haha.
Questioning my vertical integrity, how dare you?
My favorite thing is to send a bunch of fake perspective pictures into Disc and then people guessing on my height. Myth busted! Yeah, he did. You know why I have the measuring tape? Because we had to move stuff around the room, so my measuring tape was right there.
I was like, I'm tired of people questioning my height integrity. How dare you? I am a gnome of integrity.
Yeah, it really sucks because this beam right here that you can see under the purple light, I bang my head on this. Wait, where is it? Is it over here? Yeah, this beam right here, I bang my head on it all the frickin' time. It hurts. Yeah, you lucky I gotta go to work.
Haha, we shall duel again. We shall battle wits until there can only be one, like the Highlander.
Talking problems. I am not a king. I am not. I will not. Yeah, that's very kind of you, but I am not a king. Well, Lord? No. Duke? I'm a peasant. I'm a peasant. A knight. Yes, I like. Oh, hey guys, I found it. It's in the frickin'
Damn.
I am a peon. Too much responsibility to be a king. I'm lazy. I admit it. I want to, I resonate with Shikamaru, man.
M-A-S-T-E-R.
He's a damn tink master. Okay, what was my arena rating? Oh, dude, I don't do PvP. Damon, I have not touched PvP in so long. I don't do PvP because, admittedly, I get way too competitive, and honestly, when I do PvP, I get way too into it, and I end up becoming toxic. And I don't like being that person. Like, I'm super competitive because, I want to win. I want to do well. And I can't do PvP because it makes me somebody that I don't want to be. It really is that. Like, I'm not great at PvP, and because I'm not great at it, it frustrates the hell out of me. And, it makes me an ugly person. I don't want to be that person. But I used to PvP all the damn time. My community knows I'm short. They have seen me stand next to my husband. I built everything down to my size. People are like, is Sperry 3 foot or 7 foot? I mean, I don't mind being tall. It really helped when I was an instructor. Because just, imagine me, full military uniform, short haircut. I'm an instructor wearing my shades and stuff and just having the military expression, being tall, it really did help. Because I would bust out, when I had to bust out the instructor voice. No way you ever thought of making WoW community, dude. You would be a great guild leader. Oh, Damon, thank you. I may at some point, because I'm going to school full time and, admittedly, and again, I'm not gonna trauma dump. Part of the reason I retired from the military is I have some very serious medical conditions, and I'm trying to deal with that. So I stream when I can. I try to keep a consistent schedule, but I gotta maybe someday I will, dude. Maybe some way. I have thought of it. It's just I don't have the time right now to feel comfortable to dedicate the time into doing it. And dealing with the potential drama and all that stuff. And bring him to the high seat. Okay.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Magically! What's up, my dude? All right, Magically is here, so I'm going to announce it publicly again. For those of you that know, Magically and I, we needed to duel each other. He was owed a duel. Now, Magically and I did engage in our Magic the Gathering arena Battle Royale. And my friends, it was glorious. We met on the fields of battle as it began to rain. Thunder roared in the ramparts. The ground quaked with every demon and monster summoned as we clashed upon the fields of glory. And then he kicked the ever-loving crap out of me. So, GG. Well done, Magically. You whooped my ass. Out of the padded roomies, I had the crown for sure. I feel you on not having the time. I work 5 days a week, dude. I can play WoW when I can. Yeah, the only time I really play WoW is when I'm streaming. Like, if I'm not streaming, y'all, I'm pretty much, because I'm in school full time now. Like, that's my gift to me from being in the military 20 years. That's my gift to me, is I'm going to school full time right now.
I haven't played in over a month.
New hairstyle, yeah.
New hairstyle?
You know, this is the longest my hair's been in 20 plus years, and I just felt like being goofy this morning, so I was like, what the hell? Magically, I appreciate what you're trying to do here. Can you just look? I'm being honest, all right? You kicked the ever-loving Ish out of me. Now that second game, I was very happy I did win because that was my own deck, that was my own concoction, and I was very proud that it worked. But dude, you steamrolled me. Like, you whooped my ass. Now, okay, to be fair, you and I had some matches there that we both had horrible starting hands, so, like, we didn't really get to test the full might, but you won straight up 2 out of 3, and for that, I salute you, sir. Henry Cavill, stop playing WoW and get back to playing Superman. Dude, that is an amazing compliment, but please don't insult Henry Cavill like that. Oh my lord. Henry, you know, I am a fan of the Cavill. I am. He is amazing. He is a gift from the baby Jesus. He is amazing, man. You see it? I mean, that's better than some people saying I look like the one alien from Men in Black. Now somebody's going to go look at him and be like, oh my god, he does!
The only time I went
hardcore was the third game. The first 2 games were good back and forth. Yeah, see, you steamrolled me, and it's okay. It's okay. I knew you would. We're gonna go War Machine. I think War Machine's pretty important. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Where am I going? I don't know where I am. How do I get the hell out of here?
Third deck is just meant to be hard because it's broken.
Yeah, no, it is. And I knew you were gonna. I knew. Crazy City, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm touching myself tonight. I knew you were gonna wreck me. I knew it. I was more irritated that my deck completely crapped on me. Like, and that's the big. Like, that deck when it swings, it's amazing. The problem is that when it doesn't, it's a nightmare. Is that the gate? Okay, that's where I need to go. No! Okay. Sorry, I don't spend a lot of time in Alliance places. I'm not used to being over here. I haven't been to Ironforge in forever. I remember Cavill from the Hellraiser movie. I think it was early in his career. Yo, if you want to see, Kid Henry Cavill, go watch The Count of Monte Cristo with Guy Pearce. Henry Cavill plays Edmond Dantes' son. That's Henry Cavill, but he's like a teenager. And even then, he was just absolutely adorable.
I'm touching myself tonight.
DT, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, if you go watch not the old one, if you go watch the more recent Count of Monte Cristo with Guy Pearce, Edmond Dantes' son, that is teenage Henry Cavill, and he's adorable. He was a good looking kid. He was cute, you know. And then he turned into Henry Cavill. He turned into the Cavill, and I don't even care. I am secure enough in my masculinity and my manhood to go. Henry Cavill is a very, very beautiful man. He's a good looking dude, man. Well. Magically, welcome in. I am here for the Feel Good Friday vibes. I hope y'all are having a good day. How can I make your morning better? What do you want to know? What do you want to ask? You can ask me pretty much anything. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome in, first off. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. My only rules that I can think of. Please be respectful to myself and others. You know, if you're a troll or try to cause trouble, I'm just going to mute you, boot you, and move on with my life. You know, that's the motto. That's the creed. No politics, no religion, but everything else, y'all, sit back, relax, take a break from the doom scrolling, have fun. And if you want to support the channel, the best way to do it is through following predominantly. Hey, I gave you... Wait, I missed it? If you will. Oh, I missed it. I'm so sorry. I missed the pun. Yeah, I did. A member of the cavalry. I missed it. That was good. I'm sorry, Sperry. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I suck. I'm sorry. That is pretty good though. That is really good. The cavalry. Pretty much Henry Cavill could play any role and I would go watch. You know what I mean? Jaws 7, The Return of Jaws, played by Henry Cavill, narrated by Samuel L. Jackson. I'd probably go broke watching it. That's okay, Sperry. That's okay. You do you. I'm all right with people messing with me. Now, magically, what can I do to improve your day? What do I need to play? Do I need to play in Magic again later so you kick my ass again? Just a silly little yepper for the. No, I appreciate it. Carly, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you for sharing the live.
Build character name for you. Calvary.
Calvary?
Cal.
I might need to make another one. Carly!
The Calvary.
The Calvary. Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way. Stand back. The Calvary is here. Have no fear, citizens.
Cal.
I shall save you. Carly! What's up, Carly? How are you doing this morning? Yes, Mrs. Doubtfire. I mean, rest in peace, Robin Williams. Which, strangely enough, unpopular opinion, if you take out the humor of Mrs. Doubtfire and you look at the movie, look at the movie seriously from the perspective of the judge, I'm sorry, he would never see his children ever again. It's a funny movie and we love Robin Williams, but if you change the score of that movie and you watch that movie from Sally Field's perspective, that guy would have never seen his children ever again. That is literally a sick, twisted Hallmark movie. It is. Don't be mad at me because I'm right. All the promotion, I just worked 3-4 months and I have to start all over again. You know what, Magically? It's okay. It's going to be all right. I am sorry to hear that, dude. I can't imagine how frustrating that might be. There's nothing that I can do to make it better. All I can say is that I'm here for you. If you need to message me, shoot me a DM, please do, my dude. Do not beat yourself up. Do not feel bad. You got it once, you can get it again. You just have to, I think, look at, do you agree with why it happened? And if it didn't, then is it worth putting in the time and energy? Other people not seeing your value and not appreciating your contributions is not your fault. Okay, if other people can't appreciate your value and see your value, that's not on you, that's on them.
Sold it, but he made a lot of money, so I understand his choice.
Yeah, so it's not because you did anything wrong. By the way, a good underrated Indies Johnny Depp film. Oh, The Libertine. Hubby and I went to watch it, and he said it was good underrated film. Okay. Well, I like underrated films. There's a lot of good underrated films that don't get enough attention that are absolutely outstanding. Mr. Holmes is a movie like that. It's about Ian McKellen. Sir Ian McKellen plays a old Sherlock Holmes. Not a lot of people have heard about it. Came out a couple of years ago. I just think he threw us to the side afterwards, so that's why. Yeah, I can understand that, Magically. That sucks. But again, that's not your fault. Again, people, and this is a truth of life. If other people don't see your value and appreciate your value, that is not a reflection of you. That is a reflection of them. Your value does not come from other people. True value is intrinsic. It's not external. It's inside of you. And as long as you know your value, nobody can take that away. And they may try to make themselves feel better. Because it's easy for people that have low self-esteem or low value to try and raise their perceived value by tearing other people down. Don't let them do it. But now I can put more Yeah, exactly. Take the good and run with it. See, Magically, I think that's the better way to look at it. I honestly do. I think that's the perfect way to look at it. Yeah, Overpower gets 2 charges. Give me that. Wow. The guy who played the king in that movie played on the stage play. They asked him to play the Baron, and he asked who else they had in mind. They told him Johnny Depp, and he said, I will play the king. Call him in. Nice. I mean, Johnny Depp is an extremely talented actor. Like, yeah, he gets a lot of stuff now for, you know, his time as Captain Jack Sparrow. But honestly, Johnny Depp is a very talented actor. He's very good. I mean, you go back to his early work, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Cry Baby, like Blow. He is a very talented actor, man. Gotta give respect where respect is due. I will even put it out there. Controversial opinion. Magic League, thank you for the hand hearts. And for the Super GG, let's go! You ain't got to do that, dude. I mean, I do appreciate it, but, you know. And the game controller. Wait, why didn't my Vegeta go off? For the Rose, the game controller, the hand heart, there it is! There was a delay. Oh my god, I closed my eyes and okay. Magically. Alright, hold on a second. Hold, stop it. Wait. Okay. For the hand heart, the Super GG, the Rose, the game controller, the finger hearts, GG. Heart me. I can't even read what that one is. TGIF, lightning bolt, jellyfish, chili, heart puff, TikTok, corn, ice cream cone, goat. That looks like a mouse in a teacup. And then a bashful heart, or no, that is an emoji humping a heart. That's what that is. For the gummy bear and for the tiny tiny. Thank you very much, Magically.
Look, Vegeta. Cal got a bunch of gifts, so he thinks he's important. He's still not the Prince of Saiyans.
A little bit of Ghost Nappa for you. I know it's not a great impersonation. I admit, Ghost Nappa from Team 4-Star is not my best. Brandon, good morning. Welcome in. How's your Friday going, my dude? Welcome in, one and all. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. If you're new to the stream, say what's up. Where are you watching from? I love knowing where people are viewing from. I think it's so cool. I think one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get like a map, and like every time I get somebody that's viewing from a new location, I'm just gonna like put a pin in the map and see if I can knock out the whole world. Do I have people from all over the globe? The Baron Munchausen. Yeah, see, I'm not familiar with that story very much. I'm gonna have to look into that. I still see the comment where I missed the pun, and I'm so disappointed in myself. You got your cafefe, yeah. For everybody out there, it is Friday morning, so make sure you got your cafefe. What kind of cafefe do you like to drink?
Because when we're for the Alliance, we take regular coffee with French vanilla cream. It's the best way to start your morning, folks. It's the best way. It's for the Alliance.
I'm out of coffee.
Good morning.
I'm out of coffee. I'm so heartbroken right now. I'm out of coffee. I have no more cafefe.
Peppermint mocha with coconut creamer.
Peppermint mocha with coconut cream. Oh, creme? Good morning, Mama Cal. Welcome in. Straight white girl mode there. I've never heard of it. It is dark, but so well executed, and the best part of the movie is all done with natural. Oh, that's really cool. Nice. Yes, please follow each other, support each other in the stream. Mama, how's your Friday going? I love you. Welcome in. For those of you that are new to the stream and may not know, over on the Clock app side, Mama Cal is actually my mother. I'm always happy to say my mama has arrived. My mom likes to come and join my streams on her lunch break. She loves her baby boy so much. Not fast enough, your side. Well, it'll be Friday night before you know it, Mom. And then it's the weekend. I don't know if I'm doing anything this weekend. This is my finals week, so I do have some things to wrap up and finish. I do. So I will let you know. Grama Croy. Aye. Indeed, mother dearest.
Mama.
Yes. Please say hello to my mother. She is a celebrity. I am a movie snob. Oh yeah. I will absolutely admit I am a movie snob. But but I try really hard. I don't want to yuck people's yum. You know what I mean? So if there's movies you like, there are movies that people like that I can't stand. And that's fine. Enjoy what you enjoy. The fact that I like it doesn't mean you have to, and vice versa. You know, I do not like anything Michael Bay touches. If it's a Michael Bay film, I will not watch it. I don't care what it is. I just won't. And that's a personal preference. I know there are many people that love Michael Bay films. I cannot stand Michael Bay films. And you can I think there's one Michael Bay movie that I can tolerate. And that's Armageddon. I can tolerate that one.
What is a movie you don't like that everyone seems to? Me.
Avatar? Oh, heartbreak. But it's Avatar is space Pocahontas. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I didn't like the second one. It is. Avatar is space Pocahontas. They're savages. You know, like, it is. It's a very basic story. Now, I think it was beautifully done. Like the CGI and all, you know, the camera work. I think it was glorious. I like Avatar. What's a movie I don't like that everyone seems to? Oh man, that's a tricky one. I don't know if there's a movie that I don't like that everyone seems to. There are movies that people gush over that I don't think are worth the praise.
Another for me, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Pulp Fiction? Yeah, I'm not a big Pulp Fiction fan. But the thing with Quentin Tarantino movies is like you're either really, really into Quentin Tarantino movies or you're not. There's not really a middle ground. Like, there are some Quentin Tarantino movies that I enjoy and there are some that I don't. Pulp Fiction, there's scenes, but I mean, can I sit and watch the whole thing? No. There's scenes that are good. You know, I often like the dialogue that Quentin Tarantino has, but just as a movie by itself, no. You know, and again, how could you say that? It's just not my kind of movie. There are also movies that I love that people don't understand, and that's fine. Like what you like. I highly critical of Wicked. Yeah, I've seen the stage play. Yeah, I've heard a lot of that. Pan's Labyrinth. I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth. I've never seen it. Truth be told, for those of you that might be new to the channel, I did not see The Labyrinth I'm 39 years old. I saw The Labyrinth with David Bowie for the first time 2 months ago. I don't know if my wife is still here. Was it 2 months ago? If that, not even that. Within the last 2 months, I saw Labyrinth for the first time. Yeah, I'd never seen it. I'd never watched it. And then I watched it. And the only question I had is, who was in charge of costume design and why did they approve The Bulge for a children's movie? Also, The Labyrinth, that is a dark-ass movie. That is not a kid's movie. That is dark. But, you know, so is The Dark Crystal. Now, I grew up loving The Dark Crystal. No, well, you didn't. I mean, Grandma and Grandpa did with like black and white movies. So like I grew up watching Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, The Long Long Trailer. You know, I grew, you know, Singing in the Rain, which one of my favorite movies of all time, folks, Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain is a comfort movie for me. Little Gene Kelly. I love Singing in the Rain. I don't care. It's a good movie. Gen X kids movies. Oh yeah. I mean, okay, you know what? Here is a movie that people love that I don't dislike it. I just don't care if it's on. Okay, this is going to get me a lot of
old musicals.
Yeah, I don't mind old musicals. I appreciate the artistry. I appreciate, you know, the work and the performance for what it was. I don't mind old classic movies that are you know, musicals. You know, I'm sorry. The Sound of Music with Julie Andrews singing it's a beautifully done movie. I'm sorry. Like, if you can't appreciate the movie for what it is and the artistry that went into it, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I have no problem. It's a very beautiful film. It's a classic film. But one movie, I just thought of it. What was it? Okay. Try not to chastise me. I am not a fan of The Goonies. Everybody's going to leave the chat. Everybody's out. You don't like The Goonies? Marie, thank you for the GG and for the heart me.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I've seen The Goonies. It's not a bad movie. It's one of those movies where it's like, if there was nothing else on, okay. But even then, I'm probably going to play on my phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's just meh. Okay, there are others that are okay.
How y'all been, sir?
Mareep, I'm doing well. How are you? I have a book called Goblin Kings, heavily inspired by Labyrinth. I need to get the book where the world falls down the labyrinth. Oh, wow. You don't know me anymore. John Bussett. Yeah, see, I mean, I get it. I understand why people like it, but I mean, it's an okay film. It's not a bad movie. It's just, oh, okay, it exists. But again, it's the same thing. Not everybody has to like everything.
Ready for weekend camping?
I'm good, getting ready for the weekend. Yeah, you're gonna go camping? Well, I hope you're somewhere different than where I am, because we're gonna get a bunch of rain this weekend. So I hope you're safe. The Goonies. Yeah, it's very hyped. Never cared much for Sandlot. See, I like Sandlot. I do like Sandlot, but I will agree, Sandlot is a little overhyped. There's one movie, the number one movie that I dislike the most. My number one movie that I dislike the most, and I understand the movie. Okay, let me explain before I say what the movie is. The movie, if you just watch the movie and you don't think about the movie, it's just a weird, cheesy, very dumbly done action movie. The movie is actually a psychological perspective. The entirety of the movie is a psychological representation. The entirety of it. That being said, as someone that loves psychology, I dislike the movie so much. And this movie, it is the only movie that I have fallen asleep in the movie theater. And not only I fell asleep in the movie theater, my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, we both fell asleep in the theater. That's how bad the movie was. And this movie, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is Sucker Punch. If you have never seen the movie, don't. It is a very, very, very... Well, you know what? No. If you want to see it, you see it. If you enjoy it, I hope you enjoy it. To me, that is the worst movie I have ever seen. I am infuriated that my friends dragged me to it because they're like, oh, it's so good, we gotta go see it. I can explain it to you because unfortunately the movie's burned into my cerebral cortex. Actually, it's not true. It's burned in my hippocampus. The movie, everything about the movie, the action sequences that you watch was the main character, Emily, whatever her name was, Emily something, which I like her as an actress. She's actually a good actress. She got committed into a mental asylum by her abusive stepfather after her mother died, right? She's trying to escape the asylum, the girls' asylum. All of the action sequences were how she imagined herself escaping. All of the things she did was her internalizing in her brain how she was getting out of the mental facility. It's an imagination story. You're seeing the movie, those action scenes are it's her internal imagination. The overall story was decent, just the fantasy action pieces was, yeah, thank you, Poncho. I absolutely agree. I understand the movie. I just couldn't stand it. I also couldn't get into it because the costume artists and directors and stuff, the girl in the movie, the main heroine, she's like 13. All of the girls that are, overly sexualized and whatnot, and that they're teenagers. It was very creepy. I understand the real actresses may have been adults, but they are children in the movie. And that was... It felt wrong. I felt like people were getting put on lists just from seeing the movie. But yeah, that's my number one. A movie coming out next year. Ooh, Psychological Mind. Verity. I just finished the book. It's living rent-free in my head. Okay. Verity. Okay, when it comes out, Ray, you're going to need to remind me. I'm curious how they're going to execute the book. I mean, as always, the movies are never as good as the books. But that's often because books provide details and things that the movies can't do. So one aspect of books is you get the internal monologue and you can understand and see the perspectives of the characters. You don't get that in a movie unless they do narration. And a lot of people don't like narration because it often provides too much exposition, and that's really a turnoff for a lot of people in the movies. A little exposition and a little narration can be okay, but your movie shouldn't be reliant on it. And I feel like to do movies based off of books justice, you've got to have that narration, or the movie's going to be too long so that you can present contextual clues to understand. Like, if you make a book into a miniseries, it's a lot easier to follow because there's more time to see the depth of character engagement and to get kind of the context of what they're doing. In movies, you ain't got time to do that. Yeah, I can't do mindless movies. I just can't. It's not my thing. All right, we're up to level 21, folks. I got another talent. Let's see here. Ooh. Let's do that. I want a little bit of AoE. Okay, so folks, I am getting near the end of my stream for today, and I just want to say to everybody, thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun today. Yeah, gnomes are his thing. They are not. I have learned to embrace them. I still blame gnomes for everything.
One I was disappointed in was
Morbius. Morbius. Okay, my opinion, but I will defend it until the bitter end. Any Marvel movie made by Sony, do not watch it. It says in association with Marvel. None of the Sony movies are a part of the MCU. Sony doesn't care. They're trying to make money off of the name. So anything made by Morbius or made by Sony, don't go see it. Your good vibes paid off. My old business boss just called me. Yeah! What's the great news, Magically? What is it? Yeah, they're all horrible people. I mean, you know, here's the thing, and I've talked about this before. When you're taking a book into a movie or a TV series, if you can I don't mind creative flexibility, right? I'm lenient with that. If you can maintain the core elements of the character, I don't care what else you change. And a perfect example of this is Lord of the Rings. If you've read the Lord of the Rings books, Aragorn in the books is different than Aragorn in the movies. Okay? Now, I love Viggo Mortensen in the way he portrayed Aragorn. But if you read the books, very different characters. But, and this is very important, Viggo Mortensen, they captured the essence of what made Aragorn Aragorn. So I'm fine with it. The representation is way different. Like Aragorn and Boromir, their interactions in the book are totally different than in the movie. And that's fine. But the core elements of the character were sustained. That's cool. You can stay true to the core content and change other things around. It doesn't have to be a perfect mimicry. You've just got to make sure you capture it. You may have your position back. Dude, Magically, let's go. Well, I mean, fingers crossed, my dude. I look forward to hearing good news, but if not, you know, you're no worse off. I would say prep and have a backup plan to just, you know, to be safe, but everything's crossed. I've crossed everything. I can't cross my eyes or I'd do that too. But, yeah, as I wrap up the stream for the day, folks, you are welcome, my dude. Let me know, man. Shoot me a DM if you hear something. I want to know. As I wrap up for the day, I just want to say to everybody, I think Ian's over here. Thank you guys so much. I really hope you guys had a good time. Yeah, plan for the worst and you're always ahead. Exactly. I hope y'all had a good time today. I really hope you enjoyed. It is Feel Good Friday. I hope you take some time to celebrate your wins. We got the weekend coming up, so I hope you take some time to take care of you. Because Monday, y'all, we got a whole nother game starting. So I don't plan on streaming this weekend because it's finals week and I do got to finish my projects. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for the follows, the shares, the likes, the gifts, for the subs. Oh my God, Ray, thank you so much for gifting all those subs. And just to remind everybody, at the end of May, I am going to be transitioning fully over to the Purple app as my primary streaming platform. So if you enjoy the content and if you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is to make sure you're following me over on the Purple app. It is the same name, same profile pic as the Clock app. And just so everybody knows, if you ever miss a stream, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time to noon. And after I stream, I will load the full stream on Purple app, and I also have a YouTube channel of the same name. So if you ever miss a stream and you just want to catch on or have it playing in the background just to, know what's going on, that's where you can find it, and that's how you can still support the channel. So I just thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it before everybody starts bouncing. And the last piece, because you never know, is Ask a Streamer. So this is the last couple of minutes that I spend. I am not in the end. What questions do you have for me? No politics, no religion. Please be respectful. But I like to end my streams by offering to answer any questions you might have about me, Warcraft, what's going on. If you want to ask about my military career, if you want, what questions would you like to ask me? I like to open it up and give you guys my full attention. There we go. Now I'm in the end. So I'll leave it open for a minute or two, see if anybody's got any questions, and then I'm going to go, God, he's so hideous.
Hello, friends, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today as we ventured forth into Loch Modan. It was so glorious traveling to Ironforge and visiting our dwarven brothers and sisters. It's a shame that I got lost. I blame getting lost on being short.
Yeah, no, I got to make sure not to burn myself out. That's why I only stream 3 days a week, a couple hours, is because I still got to do full-time school and all that stuff.
Yes, my friends. You can see from the way I hold my axe in my trusty valorous armor, the denizens of the Horde are right to fear me. I will catch them. My legs may be short, but they never tire. I will hunt them all down one by one, and I will slay them. Now, keep in mind the size of my axe in relation to my body, so it might take me a couple of chunks, but I can get there. Yeah, you do get a chance to see me, Mom. You do. All right. Well, it does not appear like anybody has any questions for me today, which is totally fine. Again, y'all, as always, seriously, I appreciate all the support, the likes, the shares, the gifts, the subs. Thank you so much. But most importantly, I hope you had a good time when you were here. The most valuable thing people have is their time and attention. And as I say this every stream, for you guys to share that with me and spend time with me, I hope I've improved your morning. I hope I've given you a couple of laughs, given you a little bit of positivity, given you a break from doom scrolling. I really hope I've improved the quality of your day. If I've made your day just a little bit better, that's an absolute win for me. And thank you for giving me the opportunity. I hope to catch you again. I will be back Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And Princess Peachy, thank you for the tiny dining and welcome in. I'm sorry I'm logging out for the day, but I hope to see you again. I will be back on Monday. Peachy, Princess Peachy, thank you for the follow. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is I, Cal, wishing you all a happy, healthy, and safe Friday. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Please take some time to take care of yourself. And be ready to kick ass on Monday morning for Motivation Monday. I'm going to go start my homework and get some food in my belly. And until next time, you guys are awesome. Much love. Take care. And fare thee well, dear friends. On Monday, we continue venturing forward to honor, glory, and 3.5 feet of pure Alliance vengeance. Farewell.